We can no longer depend on oil to supply our nation's energy. Research and development in alternative fuels has yielded limited success. Thankfully, scientists from BEST Robotics have made breakthroughs leading to a new renewable source, isooctane, a combustible fuel produced from common resources and a catalyst derived from plant tissue. But they need teams to test it and prove that enough can be produced to meet demand, and fast. BEST Robotics has come up with a competition to help solve their problem. They're calling it High Octane. There are 36 BEST hubs across the nation. One of the hubs is Kansas BEST. Kansas BEST is a project of the Engineering Dean Circle at Wichita State University. Its mission: inspire students to pursue careers in engineering, science, and technology through participation in an annual sports-like science and engineering-based robotics competition.
The Kansas BEST competition gives them an opportunity to see real engineering work, the processes and steps that go into producing a successful product. It gives them that hands-on, upfront feel as to what all goes into engineering.
BEST Robotics aims to maximize production and propose that robots could be used to collect common molecules and essential resources used to create isooctane. 27 teams from across the state will compete against one another to contrive strategies and build robots in order to derive the most efficient process.
I've always loved taking things apart, seeing how they work, and actually getting to design something from scratch and getting to see it work out there. That's a lot of fun. For us, it ends up not being so much about winning the contest as it is learning about the process and how to design things.
They only have 6 weeks to prepare, and time is wasting. At kickoff day, teams receive their instructions and identical kits of parts used to design and build the robot. Mentors, area technical professionals, guide teams, introducing them to the engineering process.
I think Kansas BEST is fun because you get to see so much of the engineering process from start to finish. These kinds of competitions give you a foundation of knowledge and a frame of reference that you take with you into your career.
I've mentored for several years now, and I like the opportunity that BEST provides for high school students to use technology and actually go through a development process of being given these specifications, these rules, and building a robot that will meet those.
We have our mentors this year, and they've been really great, and I'm really thankful that we have them.
Many times, students just want to run back and cut a piece and slam something together, and then they realize that maybe it didn't work out so well. And so the engineering process teaches them a methodology, a way to think, and a way to approach a problem.
We have 20 members on our team, and so you get a lot of ideas and you kind of go through them, you try them, see what works, see what doesn't, come up with new ideas. And every day it's an hour of fun in my day. You know, I don't look at it as another class, oh great, I have to go to robotics. No, it's a ton of fun, and I spend so many hours before and after school with other people. It's just a blast.
We get to be a team, and we get to build, and we get to do all the part. Like, everything comes together, the programming and the building and teamwork. It's just fun.
1 week before game day, teams meet at Town East Mall for Mall Day. It is here that teams turn in their project summary notebook and test the design of their robot. The notebook contains the team's technical documentation on how they implemented the engineering process and is crucial to their success in Kansas BEST.
The notebook, I feel, is important because we need to know what process we took, we need to know how we got there, why didn't it work, why did it work.
On game day, teams converge on Koch Arena, located on the campus of Wichita State University, to compete. It is a raucous environment filled with excitement, anticipation, and competitive spirit.
Well, after 6 weeks, you don't really know what's going on. You kind of got a taste last week at Mall Day. You know, we've been working for a long time. You didn't really see where this was going. You go to Mall Day, you kind of get an idea, and you come here and you get into the middle of Charles Koch Arena. I mean, you watch so many basketball games here, and all the attention is focused on you guys. And you have fans from all over the place looking to see what you did. They're so interested in, well, what did they do? How are they going to solve this problem? And that's just really cool to get down there and have everyone's attention focused on you for not something, you know, athletic or sporting event, but for something they're like, well, let's see how smart these guys are. Let's see how cool it is, and that's a lot of fun.
It's intense on the field. Sometimes some of these kids have never been in that environment. When they get out there on the game floor and the crowd's yelling, and it's just, you never know for sure that first round that they run how they're going to react. Some of them struggle with it, some of them step up to the plate, but you know, round after round they always get better and they handle it better and they learn how to operate under that pressure.
But it's fun, it makes you anxious, but also makes you excited.
Teams are competing for a series of awards and the right to move on to the Frontier Trail's Best Regional in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Of all the awards, it is the prestigious Kansas Best Award that teams really go crazy for. The Best Award embodies the total concept of boosting engineering, science, and technology. There are 5 steps of the Best Award. The project summary notebook they handed in on practice day. Teams gave oral presentations describing the details of their robot and the overall project while being questioned. A table display that illustrates their best promotional efforts within their school and communities. Teams were evaluated on their spirit and sportsmanship during game day activities, and scored on how well their robot performed during game day.
So there is a building process in all of our teams. With a notebook, you build information off of that and you compile it into one thing. Robot, obviously you build it into one thing, make it function on all that. And spirit and sportsmanship, you make the display, show it off to people, say, hey, this is what we're all about. You don't have to build the robot. You can be whatever you want to be.
If you're the science guy, maybe you'll be the design. If you're an artsy person, you can either paint it or you can set up our display. There's a job for everyone, so I think everyone could be involved and have a lot of fun.
It's those kinds of real engineering activities, the documentation, the presentation parts of it, that the best competition allows us to try to emphasize to the students.
Teamwork is such a big part of it, and it's much more than just the robotics part.
The Kansas Best program is made possible through the collaboration of school teachers, technical mentors, corporate and academic hub volunteers, and generous funding sponsors. Sponsors recognize the need for future engineers. This year, over 400 students were exposed to the world of engineering. In the 11-year run of the Kansas Best competition, over 4,000 students have participated.
This kind of competition is kind of mirroring what we do in a day-to-day job. So I think what we see and the students that we see here kind of stand out. It sets them up maybe later for a future career at Spirit.
We support Kansas Best because it represents the best opportunity to capture the minds and imaginations of our young people, to nurture their thoughts along the path of a career in science and engineering.
After a full day of competition, 4 teams advanced to the finals for a 3-match playoff. Scores were tallied, and Ambassadors for Christ took first place in the game competition. Coming in second, Wichita Homeschool. Circle High School took third, and Campus High School earned 4th place. In the Best Award, judging overall competition performance, Wichita Homeschool took first place honors. Circle High School claimed 2nd place, and Campus High School came in 3rd. With the results in, Kansas Best sent 4 teams to the Frontier Trail's Best Regional in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Traditionally, Kansas Best teams have performed well at the regional. This year was no different, with 2 teams placing in the Best and Robotics Awards. In the Best Award, Circle High School took 2nd place, and Wichita Homeschool placed 3rd. In the robot competition, Wichita Homeschool took the top honors, and Circle High School placed 2nd. These schools and other Kansas Best teams placed in other awards, capping off another successful Kansas Best showing at Frontier Trails. And because of their success at Frontier Trails, 2 Kansas Best teams, Circle High School and Wichita Homeschool, will join a field of 12 for the first National Best competition being held in Dallas, Texas this April.
Kansas Best is fun because of the enthusiasm of the students that I see involved. The mentors that are helping the students are really enthusiastic about what they're doing, and the kids seem to have a lot of fun.
The best thing about building a robot is the fact that you can say, I built a robot.
It's really a lot of fun, and you meet new people, and it's just a lot of fun to be in the competition and stuff.
I guess the question is, why wouldn't you want to build a robot?
Thanks to all the teams, sponsors, and volunteers that participated, our future energy needs will be substantial, maybe even fuel-proof.